You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Firefighters in Schuylkill County were called to a structure fire early this morning in Mahanoy City. Crews responded to 632 East Mahanoy Street just after 9:30 a.m. for a report of a working house fire, which was reported to have started in the kitchen. The fire spread throughout the surrounding row homes, leaving 3 with severe damage. 7 people were displaced as a result of the fire, but no injuries were reported. However, sadly, 1 dog died in the blaze. A state police fire marshal was called in to investigate the cause of that fire in Mahanoy City. State police have released the photo of a man wanted in connection to a Schuylkill County homicide. An arrest warrant was issued for 36-year-old Santonio Pierre Malone, who allegedly shot and killed 33-year-old Juan Carlos Romero of Hazleton outside of the Our Music 21 lounge Sunday morning. 29-year-old Alorfi Vladimir Ramirez of Hazel Township also sustained multiple gunshot wounds during the incident. Malone's facing charges of murder in the 1st and 3rd degrees, aggravated assault, simple assault, and recklessly endangering another person. Anyone with information on Malone's whereabouts is being asked to call PSP Frackville at 570-874-5300 or dial 911. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce organized a job fair to help displaced DBI Services employees. 150 people lost their jobs last Friday when they received a company-wide notification that DBI Services was shutting down its headquarters on Conahan Drive in Hazleton. The chamber worked with other organizations to host the job fair just for former DBI employees, which is scheduled to take place Friday, October 29th from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Hazleton Launchbox. DBI Services was a vital part of the Greater Hazleton business community for the past 4 decades. The company specialized in infrastructure projects and opened up locations nationwide, employing nearly 1,500 people. A Senate bill introduced to better protect law enforcement officers received bipartisan support yesterday. Bill 814 was introduced by Senators John Udicich and Marty Flynn in honor of fallen Scranton police officer John Wilding. The 29-year-old officer died back on July 12, 2015, after sustaining injuries while pursuing 3 armed robbery suspects on foot. Currently, state law does not specifically cover foot pursuits leading to the injury or death of a member of law enforcement. Senate Bill 814 would strengthen the crimes code by adding penalties for fleeing on foot in an attempt to evade arrest. The bill was amended on the Senate floor Tuesday and received a vote of 36-14. It now heads over to the House of Representatives for consideration. Police in Schuylkill County are asking for the public's help locating a missing teenager. Pottsville police say that 16-year-old Abby Splain left her home around 11:30 a.m. back on October 16th. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is being asked to contact the Pottsville Police Department at 570-628-3792. A Tamaqua woman was found guilty of trespassing in Schuylkill County Court. 50-year-old Judith Facula was charged by Tamaqua police after allegedly entering a condemned property at 237 East Broad Street illegally back on February 3rd. She was found guilty by a jury Monday on 1 count of criminal trespass and 3 counts of defiant trespass. She remains free on $5,000 unsecured bail and is prohibited from entering the Broad Street property. Authorities are searching for an inmate that escaped from a prison in Pike County. According to U.S. Marshals, Jason Lazawe got away from a transport vehicle off Interstate 84 near the New Jersey border. He was arrested back in February and was serving time following a drug investigation in Scranton. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is being asked to contact PA Crime Stoppers at 1-800-4PA-TIPS. Pennsylvanians are being reminded that they can find comprehensive voting information at votepa.gov. The site's a one-stop shop for Pennsylvania voters. There, they can verify their registration, locate their polling place, and find out how to return their mail ballot, among other important information in preparation for November 2nd. The deadline for county election boards to receive voted mail ballots is 8 p.m. on Election Day. And postmarks do not count. Voters who haven't voted by mail ballot can vote in person at the polling place on Election Day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Pennsylvanians can also call the Department of State's toll-free hotline at 1-877-VOTES-PA for more. Thousands of children could soon be eligible to receive a coronavirus vaccine. An FDA advisory committee recommended the authorization of a lower dose of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine Tuesday night for children between 5 and 11 years old. Pfizer said its pediatric COVID vaccine contains just a third of the amount given to adults and teenagers, but offers similar protection against the virus. Medical experts say protecting the younger age group is a critical step in getting the pandemic under control. The full FDA is expected to weigh in sometime this week, followed by the CDC next week. And if they both accept the endorsement, kids could start getting shots late next week. If that happens, the Biden administration said it plans to distribute the smaller doses with smaller needles to make it easier for pediatricians and pharmacists to administer to kids. Get your fill of spaghetti and meatballs this Friday while helping out the community. Wyln's Julie Stefanovich has the details on one local church's annual fundraising event.
Hazleton Trinity Lutheran Church is gearing up for its annual Takeout Spaghetti and Meatball Dinner this Friday, October 29th, where proceeds benefit services offered by the church.
We're doing this dinner to help raise some money. With the pandemic, as everybody knows, things have turned down both for businesses and for churches, and we can really use a little bit of extra help here.
The building at 100 North Church Street provides space to many different community organizations.
We have our preschool nursery school here with kindergarten. We have Boy Scouts, we have Girl Scouts, we have AA, and we've opened it up to other groups in the city who needed to use it. But it requires a lot of maintenance and a lot of work, and so we're doing this dinner to help raise some money to cover some of those costs.
The spaghetti and meatball dinner is open to the public and features comfort food that's sure to warm you up on a chilly fall afternoon.
You get spaghetti, you get meatballs, you get a salad, you also will get bread and butter to go with it. It's open to the public. Come in on the Hemlock Street entrance, come down the elevator, and go straight ahead, and you can get your tickets there. If you already have them, just come up and get your dinner.
Church members decided to hold a takeout-only dinner this year because of the ongoing pandemic. Meanwhile, volunteers are hard at work preparing the meals.
There's some volunteers who aren't necessarily there that night, but they'll be here to help cook the spaghetti, make the sauce, do the meatballs, and we'll have people to help serve. Probably anywhere from 7 to 14 different people will be involved in this whole process.
So come on out to Hazleton Trinity Lutheran Church on Friday, October 29th from 4 until 6 p.m. for a takeout spaghetti and meatball dinner. For tickets, call Betty Lou Utt at 570-788-1333. In Hazleton, for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. 'Tis the seasonal job opportunities at fine wine and good spirit stores in every county across the state. Whether you're looking to get back into the job market, a retiree looking for a part-time job, a college student looking for work over winter break, or a gift giver seeking extra money for the holidays, fine wine and good spirit stores need you through this busy time of year. Part-time help is needed between early November and early January at $13.50 an hour. Visit lcb.pa.gov for online seasonal employment applications and more information. Coming up on Wyln News, what could you accomplish after breaking your right leg? Plus, sports talk tonight. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's Wyln forecast is partly cloudy.
want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic will be skating into Casey Plaza come 2022. Mickey and Minnie Mouse will be bringing audiences on an expedition across raging seas, snow-covered mountains, and the Marigold Bridge at Mohegan Sun Arena from January 6th through 9th. This action-packed extravaganza takes families on a high-sea adventure as Moana sets sail on a life-changing quest to save her island with help from the demigod Maui. The engaging atmosphere lets audiences deepen their existing connection to their favorite wayfinder and discover that one's true identity is never out of reach. Tickets are on sale now for Disney on Ice preferred customers and start November 2nd for the general public. Atlanta Braves' Charlie Morton spun a curveball past Jose Altuve for strike 3 after taking a 102-mile-per-hour comebacker off his right leg, his broken right leg. The 37-year-old right-hander's right fibula was fractured during last night's World Series opener by Yuli Gurriel's one-hop screamer, leading off the second. A ball hit so hard that it ricocheted to first baseman Freddie Freeman for an out. Morton threw 16 more pitches after the fracture, totaling 44 that included 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 hit. But the Braves expect his next mound appearance to be during spring training. 4 relievers combined pitched the rest of the night to finish with a 6-2 victory over the Houston Astros. Morton's World Series run was cut short, but to go out there and strike out the next guy with a broken leg, mind-blowing. Tonight, local sports fans, we've got episode 10 of Sports Talk coming your way. Tune in tonight at 7 for host Marty Burns' Game of the Week discussions with Hazleton area head coach Dennis Bookman. Tonight's episode features offensive and defensive lineman Leo Kelly and a sneak peek of what's to come Friday night when the Cougars hit the road to face the Williamsport Millionaires. You can catch the replays Thursday night at 6 and 8, Friday at 1:30 and 6, and both Saturday and Sunday at 12:30. So check back tonight at 7 for another episode of Sports Talk, right here on WYLN TV. Our WYLN sports crew is gearing up to bring you our final regular season coverage of 2021 high school football. We kick off with some live Comet Spartans action this Friday, October 29th, when we travel to Mountaintop for the Crestwood Wyoming Valley West matchup. Tune in for your Friday night fill of Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and our WYLN sports crew, bringing you the event, not just the highlights. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. No plans Friday night? No problem. Got some? Well, cancel them. Instead, tune in for your weekly dose of Friday night football and all the live local action right here on WYLN TV. Coming up on Beach Mountains News Choice, the importance of getting your flu shot on this Wellness Wednesday in Community and You. Plus, Leading the Way, Part 3. Stay with us.
Mayleth Farm and Orchard, located on the Rockland Road in Sugarloaf, is home to the only giant corn maze in the Hazleton area. Get lost or find your way through the maze while you're at Mayleth's Farm and Orchard. It's the last weekend to take a hayride, ride the ponies, feed the goats, take a grain train ride, jump on the huge bounce pillow, and try your target skills on the Apple Torpedo. Visit their website at maylethfarm.com for more information. Fresh from the Farm, brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network. In life, we have many kinds of partners. Shouldn't you have a partner when it comes to your health? Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. Join us every week as I'll be joined by head coach Dennis Bookman as we go over past Hazleton area opponents, we'll look ahead to a future opponent, and have a guest from the Cougar football program. That's all this season on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln. I'm Julia Wiegand, and today is Wellness Wednesday, thanks to our friends over at Lehigh Valley Health Network. Today we are on location at the Destin Center with Dr. Jody Lenko. First of all, how are you doing, doctor?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. So today we are going to be discussing the importance of getting your flu shot because, of course, it is forever flu season. And the importance of getting a flu shot even throughout all of these COVID-19 vaccines, even throughout all the boosters. So, doctor, I guess we could just start with the importance of getting your flu shot in general.
Yeah, so now is the best time to get your flu shot if you can. It is perfectly fine to get your flu shot in and around the same time if you're due for your COVID booster. I have a lot of patients asking me now, is it okay if I get my flu shot right around when I'm due for my booster or if I've had my first or second vaccine for COVID, and that is perfectly fine. Now is the best time to get your flu shot. We try to get your flu shot in before flu season starts, and that typically starts around December. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks for the flu shot to kick in your body, so this is the perfect time to get it. October is a great time to get the flu shot, and we are giving it out to anybody ages 6 months and up. You call your healthcare provider. There is a separate dose for the flu shot over 65, so make sure if you are over 65, you ask for the higher dose of the flu shot because that is important to get.
And now with the flu shot, you mentioned that throughout all these COVID-19 boosters and getting your vaccine in general, it is okay to get both of them at the same time. So how is that all
Yes, initially when we were giving out the COVID shots, we asked that you separate things out, but now since we have more experience with it, it is perfectly fine to get them together. Some people choose to wait and separate them, but there are no rules. You do not have to wait or give any certain amount of time in separating it out by any amount of time. So you can get them on the same day, within a week, it does not matter.
All right, now I guess we could go into any tips just to make it through this flu season?
Yeah, so last year we didn't have any flu. It was amazing. This year we don't know. We are seeing some other viruses that weren't around last year either, like RSV, did not make an appearance last winter, but we are seeing it come back with a vengeance. So similar to that, we think that the flu might come back with a vengeance this year, but we don't know. So it's incredibly important to prepare now. Masks, hand washing, staying healthy, all of those things, and keeping in touch with your healthcare provider are all super important.
All right, so the big takeaway about flu shots, the flu in general, COVID-19 boosters, vaccines.
Yep, so in general, now's the time. If you are over 6 months and at a high-risk employer or at a high-risk job or over 65, now is the time after 6 months of getting your booster shot for either Moderna or Pfizer. They have now all been approved and they're readily available. Johnson & Johnson, anyone over 18 should highly consider a booster shot for Johnson & Johnson, whether you are at high risk or not, just because of the way that vaccine works. And then again, now is the time to get your flu shot. No time like the present.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor, for squeezing us in today.
No problem, thanks for having me.
And thank you everybody watching out there. Remember, don't forget to get your flu shot because it is about to be flu season. So you can also get your flu shot in the midst of all of your COVID-19 boosters or the vaccines in general. So just be sure to talk to your doctor and figure out the proper steps in order to stay safe this season. That's it for this Wellness Wednesday in Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
M&J Excavation Incorporated in Bloomsburg, commercial and residential, topsoil, paving, asphalt milling, trucking, excavation, heating oil and fuel delivery. Free estimates, call them at 570-233-1898.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
This Halloween, WYLN TV 35 wants you to settle in for an evening of Halloween programming. At 7 p.m., it's Off the Beaten Path Paranormal Edition. And then get ready for a Halloween sci-fi spectacular. Experience the 4th season of the locally produced animated program, Solo Spaceman. From 7:30 until 10:30, followed by Wine, Hops, and Road Stops at 10:30. And at 11 p.m., it's PBW Wrestling. It's WYLN's Halloween sci-fi spectacular, featuring Solo Spaceman. October 31st on WYLN TV 35.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Dr. Anthony Valence leading the way into part 3 of this week's series.
welcome back to this week's Leading the Way with Chief Medical Officer for Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, Dr. Anthony Wyln. So, as we just stated, you are the Chief Medical Officer for the hospital. Yes. Can you talk to us, for our audience who doesn't maybe understand that role and what comes with it, could you give us kind of a brief rundown of what the Chief Medical Officer's job is?
Sure. I guess some folks relate that to the old term chief of staff. That was a commonly used term, which is kind of antiquated. We don't really use that anymore. But as chief medical officer, I'm part of the executive team at the hospital, where I have an administrative function. And I act as I kind of consider myself the liaison, really, between the medical staff and the formal hospital administration. That's my own interpretation of it, and I'm responsible for medical quality, at the hospital, patient safety, education, those types of items, and pretty much anything that comes up dealing with the medical staff, issues that would occur, changes that are implemented, what have you. Occasionally I'll get involved if there is, unfortunately, a complaint of some type, which we try to have minimal of those if we can, but I will get involved with that as well. So as I said, it's kind of a very broad job description that I have. In addition to that, I still practice. Yeah. I practice critical care, at the hospital. So I kind of wear two hats. I wear a clinician's hat, where I do practice critical care medicine, and I also act then as chief medical officer for the medical staff and the hospital administration.
And then I guess talking about that as a clinician, can you talk about where your specialties lie and what you mainly focus on in your medical field?
Sure. I do critical care. I previously did internal medicine and critical care. Since I've gotten more on the administrative side, I wasn't able to do everything. Yeah. So I've limited my practice now just to critical care, which is working in the intensive care unit. I just take care of patients in our intensive care unit. Hopefully we get them better, and then we send them out to what are called hospitalists, who work outside of the intensive care units, although they do come in and work with me as well. But my practice in and of itself is localized and limited to just the intensive care unit.
All right. All right, folks. Check back tomorrow as Dr. Wyln continues leading the way into part 4 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.